Hello there, you're watching Bizworld. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is set to launch the Madani economic policy called Madani Economy Empowering the People, which will steer the economy to safeguard the country's future. The launch will be held tomorrow at the Securities Commission's headquarters at 9 a.m. The country's economy recorded better than expected growth of 5.6% for the first quarter this year, driven by private sector spending, while Bank Negara has maintained its projection for the country's gross domestic product (GDP) growth between 4 and 5% this year. This is based on the resilient domestic demand and improving job market, which further supports consumer spending. On February 24th, Datuk Seri Anwar, who is also the Finance Minister, presented the Unity Government's first budget with an allocation of 388 billion ringgit, an increase from the 372.3 billion ringgit budget presented in October 2022. A total of 289 billion ringgit was allocated for operating expenditure and 99 billion ringgit for development expenditure, including a contingency reserve of 2 billion ringgit. The Developing 8 D8 Organization for Economic Cooperation is optimistic to achieve $500 billion of intra-trade by 2030 through its Creative Economic and Financial Centre CEFC program. Its Secretary General Isiaka Abdul Qadir Imam said this is from the $150 billion of intra-trade recorded last year, with Malaysia being one of the highest contributors.
That's our intention, to even reach the target before 2030. So the CEFC program is not only for trading, but it also has a social component through the My Masjid project. Because part of our objective, our priority in the D8 is also social protection.
He was speaking to reporters after witnessing the launch of D8, a CEFC program, and the signing of Memorandum of Cooperation between the D8 organization and Al Hidayah Group. The Al Hidayah Group will soon kick off its integrated mixed commercial development to be the future headquarters of the D8 CEFC in Kuala Lumpur. It will be known as the World Islamic Centre of Excellence, with gross development value of 1.2 billion ringgit, and is expected to be ready by 2028. D8 countries comprise of Malaysia, Bangladesh, Egypt, Indonesia, Iran, Nigeria, Pakistan and Turkey. The current level of interest rates is appropriate to support the growth of banks in Malaysia, including loans activity. According to Alliance Bank Group CEO Kelly Kam, the OPR, which stands at 3% currently, would not affect demand for financing.
We do still see a very accommodative environment for businesses to grow and for banks to grow. So although GDP, we will see that slow down a little bit, again, partly from the basis effect as well. We do expect that the interest rates currently are still accommodative for growth. Internally, we do expect loan growth in Malaysia to be around the 5% mark. And as such, it is accommodative for the growth in banks.
The Alliance Bank is targeting an 8 to 10% loan growth for the financial year ending March 31st, 2024. The growth will be driven largely from core segments, which include SMEs and commercial business, where it expects double-digit growth. The SME and consumer banking loans grew 13% and 5% respectively in the last financial year, contributing to higher overall loans growth momentum at 6.2%. The Malaysia Automotive Robotics and IoT Institute MARii aims to join hands with Tesla and other industry stakeholders to transform Malaysia into a hub for green technology and clean energy innovation. Its Deputy CEO Nizmar Muhammad Nazar said Malaysia's low-carbon mobility blueprint and national energy policy would drive the transition to green technology and clean energy. He is also optimistic that the strategic direction and initiatives outlined in the green technology policy would strengthen the impact of Tesla's presence and investment in the automotive sector. This is particularly for the future of high-tech development under the next-generation vehicles ecosystem, which would spur technology transfer. The collaboration is expected to foster a culture of innovation, thereby driving the nation's long-term economic growth and competitiveness in the global market. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld this time around. I'm Nadia Azmi. Thanks for investing your time with us.